What's up, guys? This is Justin coming at you the day after UFC 135. Um, Not really a surprise. John Jones beats Quentin Rampage Jackson. Um, I wish Quentin would have gave him more of a fight. He said he was disappointed himself that Rampage didn't show up, but that's how it goes sometimes. I did end up going 3-1 on my last picks. Can't really count the Matt Hughes versus Josh Koscheck fight as a loss because I had Hughes beating Diego Sanchez and not Koscheck. That was a pretty exciting single round between Matt Hughes and Koscheck. It was, Koscheck clipped Hughes, and then Hughes landed some combinations on Koscheck, hurt him, and then Koscheck finally finished it. And I'm thinking that's the end of Matt Hughes. Losing the chin in the old age, kind of like Chuck Liddell did, Randy Couture to a stent. Nate Diaz had him winning. He beat Takanori Gomi with that armbar. Very nice transitions on the ground there to get to that armbar. And I had Travis Brown beating Rob Broughton as well. I lost to the guy I kind of made fun of in my last video. Picked Rothwell to beat Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt, I called him the guy that came from nowhere. He did beat Rothwell. Unanimous decision. It was 29-28, 29-27, and 30-27. So not really a disputable fight. I did watch it. I did give him the win as well. But moving on, we have UFC 136 Edgar versus Maynard Trace. This will be held in Houston, Texas. 2 championship fights on one card. I think they did this because it is the lightweight and the featherweight, which doesn't get as much attention as the light heavyweight, welterweight, heavyweight fights. It just doesn't get the same response. So pretty good job on stacking the card there for them. And UFC 136. The return of Chael Sonnen. God, this guy's funny. If you haven't seen it, go to YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. Type in Chael Sonnen question and answers. Post-fight, pre-fight interviews. I mean, the guy he's hilarious. He's a lunatic, but he's pretty funny overall. So I'm going to start out. Championship fight. We have Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard. I am going to take Gray Maynard. I think it's going to be, again, another really, really good fight, like the first two were. I think Gray Maynard will eventually win this in a standing battle. So I do have him taking the fight, taking the belt away from Frankie Edgar. Moving on to the featherweight championship bout, we have Jose Aldo against Kenny Florian. Kenny Florian, I'm liking him coming into this fight. He did drop a lot of weight to get down to featherweight, and he looked good in his last fight that he did drop down to, which I don't remember who it was against, but I remember watching it, and Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg, and I of course agree that he looked good in his win. So I'm going to take Kenny Florian to beat Jose Aldo, which Jose Aldo is extremely fast. I mean, this guy is so fast. But I'm taking Kenny Florian. I think he will beat him. Probably unanimous decision. Possibly a knockout. I don't really see Kenny Florian submitting him. It is possible, but I don't really see it. So I'm taking Kenny Florian to win that, take the belt away. I am 3-0 on my main card picks, so I might give 1 or 2 up here, but I am taking the challengers, both the challengers, to take the belts away. Moving on to our middleweight bout, we have Chael Sonnen against Brian Stann. I'm pretty excited to see Chael Sonnen back in the cage, back in the octagon. He hasn't been there since he lost to Anderson Silva in a fight he looked extremely, extremely good in. Coming in, I hope his motivation is there. I hope his training is there, because I do believe that he will he will beat Brian Stann in this fight. Brian Stann on a 3-fight win streak right now. He's beat Mike Macenzio, Chris Lieben, and Jorge Santiago. So he does have a little bit more momentum than Chael Sonnen, especially after that title fight loss and the very long delay he's been on. But I am taking Chael Sonnen to win this fight, ground and pound, all the way. Moving on to our heavyweight bout, we have Dave Herman against Mike Rousseau. Dave Herman is 21-2. Mike Rousseau is 14-1. Very, very strong records. I am taking Mike Russo to win this fight. I was scanning down through the records, and you know, these guys are finishers, except for fight against Yoshihiro Nakao for Dave Herman, and I think Mike Russo has 2 decisions in 15 fights. So I mean, these guys are finishers. I am taking Mike Rousseau. I'm going to take submission on this one. In 15 fights, I think he has like 8 or 9, maybe 10 submissions, compared to Dave Herman, who's a striker. So we have the, you know, the grappler going up against the striker, so to say, jiu-jitsu against striking. So I am taking jiu-jitsu. Mike Russo to submit Dave Herman. And moving on to the final card of the main card, we have Joe Lawazon versus Melvin Guillard. I'm going to take Melvin Guillard to win this fight, knockout against Joe Lawazon. Joe has lost 2 of his last 4. He lost to George Soteropoulos and Sam Stout, which are both, and Kenny Foyan, I guess, so he's lost 3 of his last 7. But I mean, those are all pretty big names. Yes, what was I going to say? He has a decent record. He's 20-6. Guillard's 29-8-2. But Guillard is on a tear. Won his last 5 in a row. His last loss was to Nate Diaz, another very good competitor. And you know, I am going to take Melvin Guillard to win this fight by knockout. And there's a couple decent names on the prelim cards as well, the Spike TV cards. Just throwing them out there, you know, Damian Maia, Anthony Pettis, Jeremy Stevens, Jorge Santiago. Pretty decent names for a prelim card. Those will be exciting as well. I'm not going to pick those because I hate picking prelim cards, but I am looking forward to UFC 136, which is October 8th. So coming up here in little under 2 weeks. Pretty close back-to-back title fights. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I can improve my record and stay undefeated on the main card picks. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.